Hello again everybody and welcome back to my channel, Jersey Shore Pondscapes Videos. My name is Chris and today we are looking at the third video in a series of 5 on unique and special ponds that I've built in the past. Today's video is a really cool job. This was actually a pond that was rebuilt. Now we had originally built the first pond way back in like 2003, 2004, somewhere around back there. It was a small pond off of the deck, and the day after I finished the pond, the owner has said to me, "I love it, but I wish I made it bigger." And that seemed to be the theme for like the next 10 years or so. So finally, back in 2015, he and his wife were celebrating an anniversary, and they were going to go away on a special trip, but they decided not to do that and to spend the money in the backyard where they could enjoy it every day. So the plan was to rebuild the pond and make it much bigger. And my instructions were basically, I don't want to mow the lawn. So he still has some lawn, but we did make the pond much bigger. And the pond went from something maybe like 8 by 12 to, I want to say about 30-35 feet by 20. It's really pretty unique. So I hope you enjoy the video. Check it out, and thanks for watching, and check out the other videos that are special and unique ponds as well. All right, thank you. Here we go. So way back in 2003, we built this pond. It's about 12 to 14 feet long by about 7 feet wide. As you can see, it's right off the deck. It just utilized space on the side of the house there that was pretty empty, and it was a nice little use of space because we can come right off the deck now and view the pond and feed the fish. And that pond was there well into 2015. So summer of 2015, 12 years later, we decided we were going to make it bigger. The funny thing is the whole time, all these years after I built the pond, the owner loved it, but always says, "I wish I made it bigger." So here we go. 2015, we took that pond out, and we started constructing a brand new one, much, much bigger. This pond is a good 30 feet long and close to 18-20 feet wide. It's about 4.5 feet deep. It has 4 bottom drains that gravity feed into a filter tank. You can kind of see a wooden box in the very back between the deck and the side of the fence. We did a concrete monolithic pour of a big tank back there that all those bottom drains gravity feed into. And there's also 2 skimmers on this pond that each have a 4-inch pipe that gravity feed into that tank as well. The opposite end of the pond, you can see 2 piers that I built in there. They are going to support a deck, that we're going to put a deck on that corner. When upon completion, we'll have that done. So this pond is going to be pretty nice. It's going to feature a big waterfall back there between the deck and the fence. And then it has this little water feature here too, just to the left of the deck. So pretty cool. Those piers I am going to paint with a liquid neoprene rubber coating so they will look black and be sealed. So this is a fence. We put this fence up around the entire side of the property and around the back of the property. And this shed used to be all the way over to the left-hand corner, about where the deck on the pond is going to be. So we moved the shed over more centered into the yard. So here we go. We're getting it finalized, getting it filled with water. We don't have the Trex decking on the deck over there yet, but I have it all framed out and all the mulch put around the pond. There's also 2 beach areas here. As you can see right in the bottom right-hand corner of the pond, we have a gravel beach with large riverstone gravel that comes right up out of the water, just to kind of break the overall rock border of the pond. And there's also one just to the opposite end of the beach as well, against the fence. So getting that Japanese maple up in there in that back corner was a little tricky because there wasn't a lot of room, but we got it in there. So here's the deck, and the deck is actually pretty cool. Underneath that little bonsai plant there in the middle is actually a square that lifts off. It's about a 1x1 square that lifts off of there, and it's a hole right down. So he can sit in his chair and just drop fish food right down through that hole and then cover it up when he's done. So here it is with sod. Okay, we finally got some nice sod going to finish off the whole yard. We also did all the planting along the back. There's 2 large trees to the left and right of that shed, which are crepe myrtles, beautiful pink flowering crepe myrtles. The little tree right in the front on the right-hand side, that's in front of the shed, that's actually a really cool Japanese maple. It's called the lion's mane maple, or a Shishigashira. Really cool maple. Turns like a bright orange, golden orange in the fall. So yeah, here's the pond. This is a nice view overall of the whole area with the deck, the waterfall in the back. The waterfall that's, the main waterfall back here, between the fence and the deck, there is a solid fence up behind there now. But we kept that open temporarily while we were still under construction, so we can get parts in, and the filter tanks all back there. We were doing a bunch of work and plumbing and everything back there. But it is fenced off now. So we tried to give this pond a little bit of a little Japanese garden feel. Yeah, here we are in the fall. A bunch of mums planted around the pond. They're really pretty. A lot of the color shining off here, all around. And just a little background. This pond has a 1 horsepower, 13,000 gallon per hour pump in it. It's feeding the 2 waterfalls. And again, 4 bottom drains, 4-inch bottom drains, and 2 skimmers, each with a 4-inch pipe, all gravity fed into that big tank in the back. I kind of dig the shark on the Shark Week sign there off of his deck. Pretty cool. Yeah, so here's the overall pond. There's a number of nice fish in there. Each year he keeps adding a couple more, and this has really been a beautiful pond. So instead of mowing the lawn, he just told me, give me the biggest pond as you possibly can, to fit in my backyard. So I think we really accomplished that. He's still got a little bit of grass to mow, but a lot less than he did before. But this pond really, really came out. It's beautiful. And now he can view it from, all sides of the deck too. It's really kind of surrounding the whole corner of the deck. This is all moss rock, field stone. A smaller stone is field stone, and the river gravel. The river gravel ends. It does not go all the way down at the bottom. It's only a couple feet down into the water, just to give that appearance of a beach, so that it looks like the water, is coming right up on the beach there. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Take care.